Hello and welcome back to Railway Empire 2. Big build today, isn't it? We are over into Louisiana and Mississippi, bringing Jackson into play as soon as possible, as we have to get their cloth over to this west side where we don't have any cloth at all. We definitely need it, don't we? But before we can do any of that, we have to connect up our milk as well, which is going to be needed. Beaumont's going to need a warehouse. Now, we don't really want freight travelling all the way from Hobbs Rest and Jackson to the rest of the cities, do we? That's going to be an expensive trip. We could, of course, utilise them more than that, but we have our individual lines running between cities. Beaumont still growing. That's good to see, isn't it? Right, can we afford to build it? Just about, can't we? Oh, look at that. So close. There we go. Now we can. We have a connection. Do we want to double track it? Absolutely. And we do have another platform down at Beaumont. We probably won't have a second platform at Hobbs Rest. It'll definitely be better, won't it, to just have a single platform for now. It's going to cost us another 197,000, nearly 200,000. So it's a waiting game, really, at the moment. I'm going to bring those vegetables in as well. Houston are going to be requiring them sooner rather than later, but they're going to be requiring this milk first. Austin already wants the milk. It's going to be a mission to get it up there. But it is our task, isn't it? We have to get Houston growing up to 60,000 and possibly Austin around the same level. 60,000 would give us another 5 items in there. We only need 4, so 55,000, providing we can supply them with wooden planks. They could always make their own. I'm happy with our little layout here. This is just going to be the build we have to do. It's going to be a pricey one. I don't think there's much we can do in the way of bonds, is there? No, we just took one out. I can't wait to unlock some of these research bonuses we've got. Yeah, what was it? It was another one, wasn't it, that we needed for expansion. Cheaper locos, was it? Oh, we don't have to pause it while we're looking through. But yeah, there was cheaper locos would help us no end. We took cheaper buildings, which is also helping us. There we go. Long-term contracts. We're going to need 2 points for that, though, which is 200 innovation points. 2 stars, I guess, not points. How much do we need? It's nearly 200,000, isn't it? But then we can start thinking about getting milk underway. Beaumont isn't going to need it immediately, so our next stop after that will be a warehouse build, so Beaumont can start passing that milk along. Houston has a warehouse, don't they? It'll be in here, won't it? Yeah, they have a warehouse. Milk is available. It should be cloth and milk we should prepare for. We really need to get vegetables shipped, but oh, that's going to be a tough call, isn't it? Yeah, we need to get vegetables shipped around there. What else do you have? Let's click on the station. We've got the money, so that's good. Maybe we don't need to ship logs across now. That'll be the one we sacrifice for vegetables, I think. Because we could bring this logging camp into play for Beaumont, couldn't we? Meaning Houston won't need to send it that way. Right, let's get this built. Now, we're in no rush, really. It's going to cost us quite a bit to get the warehouse purchased. And do you know what? Before we do that, let's get a maintenance depot in there, because that's a journey and a half, isn't it, from Hobbs Rest, and it's going to be even more of a journey from Jackson there. We might as well, and I'll hit play, set up the the necessary track infrastructure, and that way we know that's all done. There we go. We're all grid-ironed and signalled. It's going to cost us, what was it? Let's fast forward. 40,000. Once we've got that, we can start delivering some milk across to Houston and Austin A little bit worried about getting the funds together to build our first... Oh yeah, it's at 40,000, isn't it? Build our first industries. We could always demolish this. It's going to allow us to build something, isn't it, if we do demolish it? Because Austin... Yeah, Austin are going to need... Well, they could make planks, couldn't they? That would be another one checked off their list. But how much are planks going to cost us? And a small fortune, I would imagine. Yeah, maybe we need to hold off on this. It is a little cheaper for us. Or a lot cheaper. 30% cheaper. No. Yes, 30% cheaper. To build factories in cities. So having Austin with their wood production would be kind of nice, wouldn't it? It's when they hit 3 pips. There we go. As a perfect example. How much is it going to cost us? Oh, they already built steel. Never mind. Well, steel, really? Well, I guess we could get... Yeah, we could get the components of steel, the raw materials, over there, couldn't we? Into Austin. And that would at least... That would check off another one. It would give them their iron. It would also give them coal, if we can find any coal. Where's coal? Coal is up there somewhere. Oh, miles away, up near Oklahoma City. That's the only one that's close. The other ones are all the way down in North Florida. Yeah, northern Florida. We have one up... where's this? In Indian Territory. Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Up in the Indian Territory, Arkansas has some as well. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one, isn't it, to get across? That didn't give us a chance, did it? No. Well, choices were made by the AI. I would imagine that's... Yeah, I would imagine that's a thing that's pre-scheduled to happen. Brownsville growing. Look at you. That's a toughie though, isn't it? Steel in there. I don't know why they're still in there. Perhaps that will make sense later on. Okay, so let's wait on Houston to grow. What are they going to make? I don't really want them making the planks. It might be better for Beaumont to make them, but what else would they make? They could make alcohol, perhaps. Spirits, couldn't they? Spirits would be a thing. They can pull in apples from there, and they could pull in the sugar, more sugar, from Taylor train station right next to them. I know it's a bit of a journey, but then we can set up the apple delivery. How we do that, I don't know. At this point, it's looking like setting up some sort of warehouse situation running from Parker Station into Houston. No, they've got tools. Wow. Okay, so choices were made for us. That's an interesting one, isn't it? They're taking tools, which does require steel, doesn't it? What do tools require? So Austin will make the steel, and they already get the wood. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's a bit of a curveball, but I'll accept it, obviously. We haven't got much choice. So who on earth is going to make planks? Dallas? Well, they're not really big enough. San Antonio, perhaps. Beaumont. Beaumont can send planks up to Austin. Maybe. My plans have changed. It does mean we can set this warehouse run up and we can get... what would we want to take there? Cloth, definitely, and milk. That'll be the starter one, wouldn't it? It means we can set this up now. Let's get you shipped into Beaumont. And then we should be able to pass it from Houston to Corpus Christi and Austin. We'll decide later on whether we want to ship that around further. But for now, freight only. We'll get us our Mastodon and wait until 4. We don't want to be running all the way down to Beaumont with just, well, nothing or less than 4. We want to make a bit of profit on it. Should we grab this? We should really hook up the vegetables as well. Do we have vegetables in here? Warehouse. Oh, yes, we can get rid of the wood. Get rid of the wood. Change that. for vegetables. And we'll get that shipped across. At 50,000, we can change their immigration office to a library. Beaumont, 26,000. Corpus Christi, 25,000. Brownsville, 20,000. It's nice to see San Antonio growing as well. Now that we don't ship wood across, it might be worth purchasing this if it's a decent price. It's only 84,000. Then we get a discount on top of that, don't we? And then we'll ship some wood across. There we go. And we'll get that hooked up immediately because we can send this up to Shreveport there, can't we? Why not? Right, where's the lay of the land? I guess we want to come in a flat area, don't we? We've also got to go up and around at some point. This is going to be a freight line. We should definitely set up a separate express line for them. This won't be very busy to start with. We're probably not making any money on our that wood up there near Austin either. Although that may change now. Houston is going to require that wood for some tools. But we'll get this running in there. We could also ship it across anyway, couldn't we? Freight only, Mastodon. Wait until 4. Perhaps you'll take some. Waiting for deployment. We'll hit play there. Yeah, so next stop Jackson. We'll get the rest of the line sorted. I would say we can run a mixed service down from Jackson to Beaumont to start with. Yeah, we do have some issues with refilling, and rather than it being very useful, it is annoying to see those triangles up there. What are you? You are probably the one going up there, aren't you? Or you might actually be the mainline service. That we don't want that running out of goodies, do we? Of supplies, but again, it doesn't really matter too much. There we go. We'll get rid of those. Yep, can't spend anything with a single star. We need to wait for 2. We do have some trains now running, and we're more than halfway to Jackson. And we've got a nice place to head in there. It's going to cost us a fortune to head over the bridge. Oh, there we go. Research points. Let's have some cheaper locomotives. Done. And yeah, then we can reduce the maintenance requirements as our fleet of trains increases. Nice to see a few red trains on our routes. It means they're full in some directions. When they're permanently red, then we can start throwing a few more services on there. So far, so good. Yeah, Austin's not really going to see much of a change yet, are they? We're going to have to get this iron over. It will mean we need to buy this and then remove it. It's 350,000. Good night. All just to delete it so we can have a nice run in. It will also give us probably a direct line from Shreveport down to Austin or across to Austin. Well, what's north? It is down, isn't it? Yeah, down to Austin. There we go. How are we doing on the income from Carter logging there? Oh, look at that, guys. We've made a profit. Proud of us. That's lovely. We might be able to change the maintenance limit soon. Get that up to 100% so our trains are just topping off all the time. So there's no long stops. Should we get vegetables underway then before we go for a big build? It's a little easier to get into Houston. Well, actually, it might be a time, possibly, to shift this all across and have a couple more platforms. It's going to cost us, what, 50,000 per platform? But yeah, Houston's going to get ridiculously busy otherwise, isn't it? Really quickly. So, we'll get you hooked in that side. And we'll branch off there again. I'm not sure how we want to really do this. We'll partially build as a double track down towards Corpus Christi, but we won't double track the lot. We shall do that once we've connected to Jackson. Get you in. We will get it all signalled up though. Although we've probably just lost our our express train if he was travelling on there. I don't know how many times I want to click this. Apparently a lot. Can we slide into a gridiron here and give us access to more stations? We might need to move that supply tower back and adjust how this comes in a little bit. If we take it all the way back to there, we can get a little bit of a wiggle into the gridiron, can't we? There we go. That's not too far. Not much of a diversion. Just gives a nice flow to it, doesn't it? And then we can move you back a little further, which should cost us the same. It's just a case of moving it, isn't it? We'll go back there instead, away from that junction, because we've got to come in with our vegetables as well, which we'll do on what will, I guess, eventually be the express line, but only at the gridiron there. So we're not going to be interfering with the express train much, are we? There we go. That should be good enough. We'll only need one platform there. Oh, we run out of money, but it's almost enough for a full build, isn't it? There we go. Right, build you. Get you signalled up as well. Our network. Oh, our network is growing. Haven't replaced the signalling heading to Austin there. So there we go. Sort that out. Get it all fixed. I think we're good now. Yes, we are. I would say by the end of the episode, we'll make our way to Jackson quite easily. Pastor's Rest, which we own. Freight only. Wait until 4 because we do want to trickle feed when necessary into Houston's exchange warehouse. Essentially an exchange, isn't it, for freight goods? It isn't long-term storage such as in Railway Empire 1. I do hope they bring in those style of warehouses though. That'd be kind of nice to see, wouldn't it? Have that as an option where you can just overstock some supply ready for a new area. Always enjoyed that part of Railway Empire 1. But it's not important. We'll play with what tools we've got. Right, you head into Houston. Are you going to take some immediately? Possibly, right? Yeah, Houston's going to gobble them all up. Lots of veg for Houston. Austin is going to require it. Immediately, look at that. Do we have milk on the way? It's probably all going to be taken. No, we do. 4. I was going to say it's probably all be taken by... no, we can't afford that. By Houston. But no, they're not drinking all the milk. I mean, it's a journey. They should fill up with at least 4 by the time we get back to the dairy farm. This may run out pretty quickly. We should make money from it though. We should also make money from Hobbs fattening eventually. As we've seen, I thought we weren't going to make any money whatsoever with the logging up there, but now we're starting to turn a profit. What about something like corn? Oh, corn's a money earner. It's beautiful. We upgraded that as well. Apples is costing us at the moment, but we grabbed it fairly early on, didn't we? So it was cheap. I mean, was it cheap enough though? Well, we didn't have to pay for it up front. It was a bit more like a loan. But again, our wood here is going to take a little while to make us some money. There's not going to be much requirement for it. And we've got Jackson. Yeah, Jackson already has their own local logging. For local people. Right. Oh yes, we've got to go around the houses and avoid the marshland, haven't we? The swamps. Right then. How are we going to do this? It's fairly flat though, obviously. Swamps tend to be flat, don't they? So probably want to go this side. We're going to have to buy that giant line at some point, as it's in the way. We'll get the money back for it. So we need to curve around, go over. Oh, we have to be careful here. It's going to be a little bit of a squeeze, isn't it? Through we go. This is going to cost us an absolute fortune. And then I guess we just pop in somewhere up here. That'll do, won't it? Look at that. It's beautiful. We could go at less of a angle, perhaps, and save a bit of money, but not by much. Ooh, maybe. There we go. That's not bad. Can we lower it slightly? Will that save us any funds? Or is that going up? No, there we go. That's pleasant enough. And maybe cut some of that out. Yeah, it's not really going to save us much, is it? Might save us some distance, though. That's important. There we go. So, 205,000, which, given our turnover now, we're at 125,000. I did promise before the end of the episode that we'll get this hooked up. And, hopefully, with a train on, too. And then we've got some cloth on the way, haven't we? Into our network over this side now. Austin and Houston. It should start filtering through to Austin. There we go. Another excellent demonstration from Austin. We're now at 7 of 10, possibly because of the milk. More than likely. Yeah, we got the milk there. Veggies are on the way. We should get these apples hooked up. It's just going to be a little bit of a pain to get them hooked up. And we are making this connection. Meat industry in San Antonio. No, there'll be no auction, so we wouldn't save any money. But we can build this. I'm hoping the second track will be a little less, possibly. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Beautiful. That includes a second platform in Jackson as well. And then we can get our train underway. Does it need to be double track? Not really. Do I like to do it and get it out the way so that I don't have to remember to do it later on? Yes, that is why. I do have a habit of forgetting, don't I, guys? Okay, how's our train doing? You're going to be heading off again. Are we just short on supply? Because we're supplying 2 cities with their initial amounts. That's always going to take everything a first connection has to offer. This is going to be awkward to get round, isn't it? We could go up to San Antonio and across to Austin. It wouldn't necessarily have to be a warehouse. We could just do it for the achievement, couldn't we? No, not the achievement, the task. That would give us another 2. That would only take us to 9 unless we get iron across. Although we've got our cloth on the way shortly. Let's get to you with a gridiron and some signalling that way and that way. And then we'll get a mixed service heading over to Beaumont. We're definitely going to need more than one of these, aren't we? Automatic, yes, which is the Brooks Mogul, which is a lovely loco anyway. Certainly worthy of its mixed status. There we go. What are you taking? You're going to take some mail, probably mail and passengers from the get-go, right? So, do you know what? Should we double up on him as soon as we can afford it? We'll fast forward you. Houston are growing though, aren't they? So that's not something we need to worry about. We're kind of doing that passively as we see to Austin's needs. Confirm you. We'll get 2 on the way. We do have some going to Beaumont. Of course, Beaumont are going to take a load as well. Which is a little unfortunate, but yeah, it needs to be done, doesn't it? They need supplying. So that does suggest that we hook up our Lopez farm down here, right on the edge of the swamps. We do have a little section to scoot through there, and if we keep it as close as possible, we get profit, don't we, from that? We can head in that side. We don't need double tracking at all, really, do we? We can go about halfway. There we go, close enough. Get you signalled and gridironed. It's a good job that signalling and gridironing it's not costing us anything. I wonder if they'll bring that in as a difficulty. I hope not. Don't take any ideas from that, developers. Right, freight only. Mastodon. We'll hit play. Make sure we've got the funds by the time we've done it, or close to. Almost. Not far off. There we go. Already getting it. All heading for Jackson. we're going to probably, yeah, start taking everything they have in store. They've got how many? All for Beaumont. Beaumont's going to steal it all. It's fine. Right, apples. Now we can concentrate on apples. We've got to get this across as well. Since we get full refunds, we could build lines that are not ideal, but then we can just delete them, can't we? Just have them there temporarily. The same with this San Antonio train. I would like to get it in there. Yeah, but is it really? Where am I looking now? But yeah, oh well. We require 2 more. What are you missing? Everything but fruit, which is what the apples are. Fruit and... oh, you're not getting cows or grain. Oh, goodness me. How are you not getting grain and cows and stuff? Are these guys just absolutely jam-packed at the moment? I think they are, aren't they? Can we fit another one on? Get another one on you. Yeah, you're not shifting enough of this. We do have the supplies. Do we have it in the warehouse? That would be it seen to, wouldn't it? You're not passing it across, Grand. We don't pass grain across. Oh dear. How do we fit that into the whole scenario anyway? We could get rid of corn, technically, and switch that over for grain. It takes corn away from Beaumont, and that's not ideal, is it? We have a connection bonus with this wood, which is the other side of this nightmare. How much is it going to cost us to connect you? Ridiculous amounts, isn't it? How much does this cost? Oh, it's only 350,000. Right, grab that. Because what we can do is then delete it, can't we? We're going to get quite the refund for that. Probably close to what we just spent. That's going to solve a few issues for us, isn't it? Lovely. Yeah, and then we can get that connected up, and that's some wood heading into Jackson from this side. It's a fairly short one as well. I guess we can go down this end. Get as close as possible. It's a bit hilly out here. I think we can scoot through there though, and then we'll head in at the gridiron, perhaps? Yeah. And what train we're going to take, I'm not sure today. I don't think we can take the mixed service. We'll get you hooked up though. I don't know whether we're actually going to buy this one. We'll just let them grow automatically by the AI. There we go. Get you in. You do not need a gridiron. We'll just get that hooked up and we'll take the bonus and the income from the train that's going to be trickle feeding Jackson with some logs, which shouldn't take too long, probably before the end of the episode. Oh yeah, but do we have anything we can spend? 1 star? I don't think so. It's all 2-star territory. Yeah, until we unlock some of the later ones at least. Yeah, you're going to need some supplies. We should maybe try and squeeze them off the main line as it stands though. So if we get one there, we'll have one, I guess, close to the entrance of Jackson Station. Hopefully get you up there. And we'll have another one on our wood line. Can we afford it? Yeah, we can. Just there. That should solve their supplies. And is our train underway? A full load? Yeah, lots to tidy up. Austin, it's a little bit of a shame that they're not getting grain. Let's temporarily block the corn in favour of grain, and we'll send grain up to Austin. Because they're not getting any, are they, at all? Then there's no grain up there. That'll busy up this train as well. Both of them going to... Were you carrying it to Beaumont? I wonder if... Yeah, you don't want to be taking grain from Houston to Beaumont. So, where's Houston? Let's cancel the grain from there. Don't want you unnecessarily burdened heading the other way. We have plenty of grain though, don't we? Yeah, absolutely. Beaumont, we'll need to remember to get them some corn somehow. We'll find a way. There are a few options available to us, aren't there? It's going to be all about these two. Although, there we go. We're doing well. End of the episode. We're down to 10k away from Houston, reaching 60,000. And we need to sort this out. How much to buy that? That's expensive. Do you know what? I'm going to send us a train around the houses. We could possibly send it into Parker Station, though. They have a warehouse, don't they? Yeah, we could sit on this side and just pop in there with a single train. I like it, guys. That's not a bad solution. It's a bit hilly. Oh, it's not too bad. There we go. Yeah, beautiful. Get you in there, partially double-tracked. And then we'll get you with apples distributing from... Oh, we're missing a... Can't click on it, guys. I can't click on that section. Why won't you let me click? I saw it highlight. Oh, there it goes. Is that making a strange connection? Let me do that again. 50 will do. I just want to make sure that that's properly signaled down there. Okay, try that again. How are you doing now? Does it look better? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that was a little bit... Yeah, that was a little bit worrying. Let's get apples underway. They're not going to ask for it immediately, but we can set the train up. Then we can set it up in the warehouse. Yes, I know. And then we'll distribute some apples from there. And hopefully Austin will ask for them. Are you loading up with apples for Austin? Yeah, you are. It's beautiful. Perfect. Yeah, we might just set up another line running into Houston. Our trains are underway. We have two. Lots of goodies on the way for Houston now. They've filled the stores in Beaumont. And a good place to leave it. We've got some money in the bank for next episode. We got our connection bonus, so we're good. Alright guys, we're on a wobble mixed service heading to Jackson. It's the we've just left. Oh dear, I'm going to get out of the cab a little bit. Yeah, we've just left Houston. Not Houston, Beaumont. The wobbles are getting to me. They're very distracting, aren't they? I enjoyed that one today. Big build. We're connected up to Louisiana and Mississippi. Lots to do when we come back. We should see those apples make their way to Austin. Good night, it's wobbly. But once that happens, we'll see what our next load of tasks are. I'm confident in saying those tasks will be completed early on in the next one. So until then, take care.